What is up, Joe Bronies? JJ back here with the crew, talking a little PGA. We got Kurt, Mangone, Snyder, and look at us, boys. It is hella warm out wherever you are in the U.S. today, and all of us are wearing sweaters. Some would call them sweatshirts, maybe hoodies, depending who you ask. Kurt's refreshing himself.
R.I.P.
Good old reboot. So the highlights of last week for me were losing my Xander Schauffele bet to both Mangone and Uncle T for Jordan Spieth. Credit to Spieth, big Sunday. We just lost him entirely. Fret not. Oh, wait. And he's back.
I was moving my laptop and I pressed the power button.
So overall, just some thoughts. Obviously, it was the Masters. It was a big tournament. John Ram takes it down. Snyder, what were your thoughts of last week?
Yeah, it was a good event there. I personally would have liked it if Mr. Koepka could have held on to the win there, but he looked kind of like a beta down the stretch there. He wasn't like this normal alpha self, but it was a great tournament. I thought Scotty maybe was going to make a run as he was pretty close through 11 holes and then hit his tee shot into the bushes on 12, and that completely derailed his attack. It was fun to watch Phil kind of go on a tear there on Sunday as well. I was hoping for a little more of a showdown there down the stretch between Brooks and Rahm, but Rahm just kind of walked away with it.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun indeed. Even that Sunday was a little fun, especially early when, the lead kind of got stolen. Mangone, any crazy thoughts about the Masters?
No, Masters was fun. It was fun. Wasn't my best event. I feel like I had a lot of guys that were in the mix, but not enough that were at the top. Somehow I got 0 Brooks. That wasn't the plan, but it just happened, and I somehow didn't do it right with my optimizer. I don't know what happened, but hey, bounce back this week. I didn't lose as much money as I thought, so was happy to see Brooks slide down a little bit because I had a lot of some of those other guys that were in the mix, like my boy Jordan, who didn't do too shabby overall, and helped me get some Dunkel bucks, which those are always a little bit tasty.
Fair enough. Yes, and the thing with Dunkel bucks is that they're worth the same as everybody else's bucks, but I do understand why they feel better. Kurt, how about you? Anything crazy to talk about from the Masters?
No ships or anything. I was overweight on Brooks, so I didn't get completely crushed. The player pool wasn't too bad. So yeah, man. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was the Masters, but as far as like some big wins or nothing to give yet. Still waiting on it. It's coming.
Fair
this
enough.
week.
It was fun, and obviously, local. It seems like RPS legend Cam, absolutely another millie. Is that his fourth? That's his fourth golf millie, right?
Third golf millie.
Third golf one. I think he won one NFL one, but he sent me a message. He was just absolutely tanked on Wednesday. He's like, I locked Brooks in all my lineups. He's like, I got $150,000 riding on Brooks this week.
Good for him. Love to see that. Quick shout to the chat. Andrew, Steve, Richie, Ryan, Riley, Jason, Andrew ×2, a few others ×2. Cody with a T. Love that. A little different. What's up, everybody? As for Richie, just quick shout. $32 into 2K. Big win. Love to see it. Maybe go ahead and throw down your lineup. I don't know if it was a lineup or if it was an outright. I assume it was a lineup in DK. Who'd you land on? Just feel free to type that in there. But good stuff, Richie.
Yeah, I just want to know if he was a Snyder Soldier subscriber. That's what I really want to know.
Imagine not being a Snyder Soldier subscriber. You just lube up when that session comes on, and also the golf preview session that comes up, which is also
JJ really he gets busy on Wednesdays.
Oh Snyder it's a busy
Snyder court preview at night.
I have all the reminders in my calendar. The Soldiers is usually early afternoon, and then obviously we get the big night show with the big hammer on the course preview. I'll tell you this, Jason. I appreciate the sentiment here, but there's one thing I learned from being with these guys is Snyder I think I lined you, Snyder, at like -160 in the push-up contest. Realistically, you probably would have been like -5,000, and Kurt, you probably were going to be a much larger favorite on the sprint than I was. I don't think I feel like I was fortunate enough to not end up racing, and man, going on a ping pong table has got to be easily minus 100,000.
Oh,
See, everybody gets.
I was ready for you, Dunkel, and you ducked me in the push-up contest.
Everybody gets. Yeah, I didn't. Once I saw your frame, I had no shot at beating you in a push-up contest.
He has like the perfect frame for push-ups. Like
that's what I mean. Like he's got
he's wiry. He's wiry.
The short torso, the tone tight. Yeah, all right. It doesn't matter. But either way, Snyder has the body to be a professional push-up artist.
And if he shows up in the t-shirt where it says "No excuses, work harder," I mean, good luck, Dunkel.
Exactly. All right. So anyway, enough of the knob slobbing of you guys. Let's get to it. Snyder, course breakdown, some people's favorite part of the week. Walk us through the RBC Heritage.
Yeah, we're here at Harbour Town this week for an elevated event. We're going to have 97 of the top 100 golfers teeing it up here. I'm really happy they made this an elevated event too, as I really like this track. I think it's one of the best tracks on tour, so really happy and excited to see all the best players here, minus Rory, but this is a Pete Dye design par 71 measuring 7,191 yards with lots of water in play. 18 holes are going to have water in play, but it really doesn't come into play on all 18 holes. They're going to be present, but it's really not going to be in play on all 18, so it's kind of overblown a little bit there. The Bermuda overseeded greens are going to be some of the smallest we'll see on tour this year. Kind of similar to Pebble Beach. They're going to be right around 3,700 square feet on average. They're going to be rolling at around 11.5 on the stimp meter. The Bombers are not going to have that big of an advantage here on this second shot track, and golfers are going to be needed to able to work the ball both ways off the tee, left and right, both ways approaching the greens as well. A lot of turns, dog legs and such here. The golfers are going to need to be strategic as they look to attack these tree line fairways. You're going to need to be on the right side of the fairways in many situations here to have the proper shot at the pin and such. The majority of the iron shots this week are going to be coming from 150 to 175 yards. In a few courses that I would compare to this would be like Sea Island, Wailea, and Colonial. And some of the other key stats we'll be looking at this week: strokes gained off the tee, approach around the green, putting, Bermuda, and then Pete Dye history.
Awesome as always. And was it just me? It felt like that was like a laser course preview. Like we got it like 30 seconds. Like it was almost like, felt like Ron Burgundy-esque, just running right through it. Let's start with some DFS stuff. Mangone, you look awfully pumped today. I don't know if it's the smug look or it's hard to describe. You just look a little different this week than most. Maybe you have some good news for us. Maybe confidence this week.
No, I'm a little excited. Dinner plans are good tonight. I'm excited to have some dinner. Dunkel, as a New Jersey person, and maybe people don't like this story, and if you don't, I don't care. You're going to hear the story anyways. I've been looking for a good pizza place out here for a while, Dunkel, and I've had a couple people recommend a place to me, and I'm giving that a shot tonight. So I'm excited to give it a chance.
Is it going to be as good as that Sbarro troll job you had the other day?
Yeah, so that's a Office reference. If you don't know The Office, obviously that's the Office reference. But yeah, actually that's why I found it. I took a picture of that, and I'm in a gas station at like late at night, and the guy's looking at me like I'm crazy. And I basically said to the guy, I said, "Oh, I'm doing it for Twitter. It's for a joke or whatever." And he was like, "Actually, if you're looking for a good pizza place, there's this one." And he's from Philadelphia, so he's from that area a little bit, Dunkel. He knows some good pizza, so he gave me the recommendation. Someone else recommended it to me, so I'm excited to have some pizza when I get off the show and watch some OKC and New Orleans Pelicans. And then we get to sweat right into some baseball tomorrow morning and some golf. And that's why being a Run Pure Sports member is amazing. But enough of that. Let's talk about the DFS plays and the guys that I like this week.
Mangone, one question.
Yeah.
Will Bagel Girl be attending the pizza place with you?
Snyder, I have not seen Bagel Girl in a minute, but that was a good callback. I haven't seen her in probably a year, I'd say. But I also haven't been to that bagel shop in a while. That could be the case as well. But so this week is a pretty good week DFS-wise. I actually feel pretty confident. There's a lot of golfers that I like. I feel good about the ones that I am on DFS-wise. I know, Uncle T, you might be out there listening. Settle down. I'm not going to mention 6 golfers. I'm only going to mention 2 for this segment. But I do like a lot of guys this week. I do think this is a really good spot for Patrick Cantlay. We joke a lot about Patrick Cantlay, how he struggles sometimes at the events that aren't the majors. But the big events like the Harbour Towns, right, he definitely can get the job done here. It's an RBC Heritage. huge bag up top. We know Patrick Cantlay can collect the bag. Approach play is really important, and Patrick Cantlay's approach play has been really good. I'm definitely targeting those approach play type golfers. If Snyder's approach is going to be playing these approach play golfers, get ready for the Colin Morikawa segment. There's another guy that I think will be good, but that's a Snyder segment. But I really like Cantlay. I think this course sets up really well for him. So he'll be a high-priced golfer that I am on, a lower-priced golfer that I'll be on. And again, I'm targeting guys that have really good form in approach as of late. And one of them is Wyndham Clark. His approach play has been a lot better. He has shown to be an erratic type of golfer. If you look at his course history here, he's 4-4 at making cuts, and they're not amazing finishes, right? They're like in the 60th range, in the 30th. But the key is his approach play now has been dialed in a lot better. I think we get the Wyndham Clark ceiling performance at 7.6K. I'm interested in him at that price tag, and I think he's going to show us a nice little, T10 this week.
Love it. Snyder, how about you? Who do you like for DFS this week?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tom Kim. He's 8,500. I mean, there's a lot of guys in that 9K, 10K range I could mention. I could mention Colin Morikawa and those. People kind of know that, but I'm going to go with my guy Tommy Kim here. I think this is a great spot for him to pop. His ball striking has been good as of late. I think this is like that perfect spot where he can kind of put everything together here. It's a tree-lined shorter track. I think it's going to fit more into his game. And I'm seeing him projected only around, what's his updated projection? Like 8 to 12%, I think, somewhere around there. He might get steamed up a little bit as I try and refresh it. I think he's still going to be right around 10 to 12%. So I really like that ownership with him there. And then for a cheaper guy, I'm going to go with a soldier I had on the segment. Go check out my Twitter and see the full Snyder soldiers. But JT Poston is a guy I really like this week. Had a strong start out in the year. Kind of hit a little slump there, but the last couple of events he's been back to playing some strong golf. He did struggle a little bit during round 3 last week, but that was during that Saturday Sunday kind of mix up with the weather. He was 9th at the match play, 10th the week before at the Valspar. I think this is a great spot for him. He's a great iron player. And when you look at it at his course history here, he's got some of the strongest course history in the field as a whole. He was 3rd here last year, 8th in 20, and then 6th in 19. I really think he's a solid play, and he's going to be 10% or less owned, I think, which is kind of wild to me at 7.3K. So I like JT Poston there.
Awesome. Kurt, how about you? Off big smile on your face. What do you like for DFS?
I'm glad. It's funny because Snyder took my boy. I'm going to take his boy. I'm going Morikawa. I've never wanted to play this guy more, I think, in my life than at this tournament this week. So I will be heavy on Morikawa. I mean, for obvious reasons, you all have heard it all week probably. That's my guy up top. Approach play is huge. It's hard to 3-putt on tiny greens. If there's someone that can do it, it's him. I don't think it happens this week. I think he gets it done for us. Colin Morikawa. For value, there's a lot of loaded guys in 7K range. I like a lot of them, but I kind of want to get an off-the-wall play, someone that's I've not even heard this week. Ben Taylor has got two top 5 in the 2 short courses this year. The field strength, completely different, but we don't need 2 top 5s here. It's like he's 6,500. We don't need a top 5, but he has gotten 2 top 5s in the short courses this year. So give me Ben Taylor.
Ben Taylor. Let me just load that up.
Douglas, I have a hand raised.
Yes, Travis.
I have a question for Kurt. How many pieces of furniture are in that room you're in?
What's that thing in the back?
No, not the room.
Are you trying to fuck me?
No, not the room on your background. The actual room you're in, Kurt. It sounds like there's 0 pieces of furniture with the microphone. That's the point I was getting at.
Oh, well.
Oh, it is. There's an echo. Yeah, there's an echo.
It's like you're in a bare room.
This one actually is full. I mean,
Kurt's doing this from a cave.
Yeah.
This room is a cave. It just has the ring lights. There's an ironing board right there for no reason. Box, and then the other rooms are full. So this room is like empty.
Yeah, that was the joke. All right, continue.
Kurt, we'll keep you right on par here. Who do you like to win the RBC?
Well, last time we did this, it was a win. Last time I picked Tom Kim, it was a win. Last time I picked Tom Kim in a short course, it was a win. Last time I picked Tom Kim 35 to 1, it was a win. Tom Kim, baby. Ju Young, government soldier. Let's do it. 35-1 on DK.
35-1. Wow. Okay. Love it. Ballsy. Snyder, who's your outright?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cameron Young here. I really like how I talked about it a few weeks back. Once he joined up with Paul Tesori, I thought that was going to be the only key he needed that was really going to help him out, and he's really helped him out so far. I mean, he was second at the match play, 7th last week at Augusta. The putting's been a lot better for him. I don't know if that was echoing or something, but the putting's been dramatically better with him on the bag too. I think he finished 3rd here last year, and then he gets probably the best caddy who has some of the best course history here with when he was with Webb Simpson there. So I think he gives Cam the extra few keys needed to win this event. So I'm going to go with Cameron Young at 22-1.
Love it. No crazy chalk yet, man. Are you going to break that streak?
Yeah, you're going to be upset, Dunkel, because me and Snyder are arm in arm on the Cam Young train. Listen, Dunkel, hit the button. I don't care because I have a winner here in Cam Young. I'm with him. The Webb Simpson caddy narrative is big. We know Webb has crushed this course in the past. Cam has just been dialed in. I absolutely love him here. His approach play has been phenomenal as well. I'm on the Cam Young train, Dunkel. So, if you want to get in front of that train, good luck. It's going to run you over.
Ooh. So the same guy at 22-1. Yeah. Tough. All the golfers to choose from, and 2 out of the 3 people on the panel picked the same outright. However, Mangone, you can make it up to us all. Who do you like as a long shot that has value to win this thing?
All right, yeah, long shot. Justin Rose is the one that I decided to go for. I'll admit I didn't want to go too far down the board to those 100-to-1s or whatever, so not really dying to get there. And last time I did that, I picked Dylan Fratelli, and he finished DFL. So, the people had a good time with that on Twitter.com. But I like Justin Rose a lot, though. 65-to-1 seems like a pretty solid number. I think it could be a little closer to that 50-to-1 line. His approach play has been pretty good. If you look, he's in the last 5 years, he hasn't played here that much. He's only played here once, and that's a common theme with some of these guys. This wasn't an event that a lot of guys have played. We got the RBC Heritage now here, but T14 in that one event in the past 5 years, and Justin Rose has been lights out. You could argue for all of 2023. This guy's at great form. I expect him to continue. I think he's going to close out this year pretty strong, and I think you could see him be at the top of the leaderboard and not be surprised. He'll be in the mix in a lot of good events this year, and this is one I think he'll be in the mix in as well at 65-to-1.
What was the name? Man going at 65?
Justin Rose.
Oh, Rose. All right. Rose.
Hey, remember the last time I did like him, Dunkel, he did win a tournament.
Fair enough. Decent value for sure. I mean, at that number. Snyder, how about you for a long shot? Who do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a guy I mentioned earlier as my favorite value for DFS, and JT Poston. I already talked him up enough there, but make sure you line shop this one, as FanDuel has him listed at 55-to-1, but Caesars, you can get 70-to-1 there. So make sure you find the right line or the best number on this with JT Poston. I think he's got a very good chance to win at pretty good odds there.
Bert, how about you? Who's your long shot?
Going Mr. Hollywood Hoagie, Mr. Halloween Town himself. There's a trend here about missing the cut at the Masters and then winning this tournament, so don't be afraid that he missed the cut. His first PGA Tour win came at a coastline course. Now it was the opposite coast, but I don't care. The approach god, the less than driver course. Give me Thomas Hoagie. It is currently at 80-to-1 on DK. Some other places you could have got it up to like 95-ish to 1, I think, but the current line is 80-to-1 DK, and I'm so cool with that.
I always like when I hear his name. It feels like when I hear his name on this show, it seems like he always seems to do well. So good stuff, Kurt. Speaking of T20s, we'll roll right into that, Kurt. Who do we like to sneak into the top 20 this week?
Going Mr. Hobbit himself, Brian Harmon plus 280. Less than driver course approach, just yeah, it's not something you won't get hard for that. You're never going to get hard pressing any button on Brian Harmon, but hey, green is green. I think that's what he gets for us this week in the top 20 market.
Snyder, how about you for a T20?
I'm going to go with another soldier here in Ben Martin at plus 400. He's playing some of his best golf of his career right now. I mean, I love how he's getting it done too, because when you look at the stats and metrics, how he's getting everything done, it's all with the ball striking there in the approach play. He's got 3 top 10s in his last 5 events, and he finished top 10 at the Texas Open while losing nearly 2 strokes putting there, but he gained over 9 strokes ball striking there, which overpowered that bad putting. If he can putt to a 0 here and keep that ball striking up, I think he's got the upside to even finish inside the top 10 again, but I like that top 20 at plus 400.
Juicy 4-1 odds there. Mangone, how about you? T20, we going to be the biggest odds in the show here or somewhere in between?
No, I have one that's a bit of a longer shot, and I'll admit I kind of want the Snyder approval here. So I'm curious to hear what he says on this one. He's a guy that hit 2 aces at the par 3 last week. It's Seamus Power. He's a coastal course kind of guy. Also finished T6 here once, and his approach play has been dialed in. 7,300 to DFS wise, like this guy feels like a really sneaky option. And you play Seamus Power, you play him for his ceiling, right? You're not playing him as one of these like dusty dudes that battles and makes the cut, like a Zach Johnson, right? He has upside. He's shown it before. I like Seamus Power. I think the number is good. So give me him at plus 310, 20 to 1 or top 20.
What was that last name, Mangone?
Seamus Power.
Oh. Let me just pull up the did you get those odds from where, FanDuel or DraftKings?
I got those from DraftKings. It could be a little better on FanDuel. I did not have the
Here, let me find the best odds for you.
Yeah, if you can find better odds, Snyder, definitely let me know. I had a friend from preschool call me earlier, and we had a nice little 40-minute conversation, chatting, catching up on life, so I didn't get to catch all the odds correctly.
Isn't it crazy how last year felt like everything from FanDuel T20 was so much better, and this year it's
So much better.
That's why I flipped over to the other one, because I was like, well, it was better last year. So I've been looking. I'll admit, I've looked at DK first because it's flipped, and it is crazy that it's flipped like it has.
It's plus 360 at DK, but if you have access to Bet Rivers, it's plus 400 there.
Okay. Yeah, and like Snyder, great point to bring this up. Like that's why shopping lines is so important. I was actually talking with a friend today, at the gym about like just like sports betting, and like I was like, shopping lines is super important. Having multiple books is massive, right? I mean, it's huge long term to finding the best lines. And like if you bet $100 on something and one thing is plus 310, and then the other one it's like plus 400, well, that's like $90. I mean, it's a big deal.
Awesome stuff. Mangone, we'll keep it with you for a matchup. Is there somebody that you're heavily fading this week, or even a matchup you just like this on the board?
Yeah, I definitely like typically in matchups, I like to find guys to fade rather than play. It is a guy that I think makes some sense here. It was one that I was a little nervous about, but it's Tom Hoge over Christian Bezuidenhout. Now, if you look, Tom Hoge is first in approach last 24 rounds. Again, approach is a stat that I want to key in on. I know approach is a popular stat, but specifically this week, that's just one of the stats that I'm targeting for sure. Mr. Bezuidenhout, or however you say his name, he has been absolutely awful on approach. You look the last 24 rounds, he's 111th in the field. He's just been bleeding strokes everywhere. I just don't think this is the greatest spot for him. I think it's a way better spot for our guy, Tom Hoge. So I'll be, I know Kurt didn't have him in a matchup, but hey, he liked him and I like him here in this spot as well.
Hollywood Hoagie season.
What was that, a minus 110, Travis?
Yes, it's minus 110. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
Oh, you got it. All good.
Minus 110, and both of them are minus 110. It's on.
Just want to make sure you're not sneaking in like a minus 300 matchup is all.
That's fair. I like accountability, Dunkelfer. Thank you for holding me accountable.
Snyder's matchup. how about man go with the diplomatic response? Snyder, your favorite matchup this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Scotty the Kid Scheffler over John Ram there at minus 110, minus 120. I seen over at DK. His ball striking has just been absolutely dialed in over these past couple of months. I mean, if he could have made any putt inside of 5 feet last week, he would have walked away with the event. He missed probably at least 15 putts inside 5 feet last week. Lost nearly 4 strokes putting there, but over these last the last couple of months, he's gaining like right around 9-10 strokes ball striking per event. So I absolutely love Scotty the Kid here. And fading John Rahm off the win last week. He mentioned about possibly withdrawing from this event, but wanted to fulfill his commitments to this. So I think we could see a John Rahm early exit here, possibly as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't mind the Ram fade at all.
Mr. Ram.
Especially over Scotty. Kurt, last but not least, favorite matchup?
I'm going to go. All right, so I like both these guys, but it's just too good to pass up with plus money. Siwoo Kim over Matt Kuchar. I'm a sucker for Siwoo at Pete Dye courses. The guy won the Sony this year, so he's won a short track already. I will be playing Kuchar. I think Kuchar does well here. Kuchar actually got 7th in the event that Siwoo won. So the perfect scenario for me would be maybe they both top 10. Siwoo finishes higher. Plus money Siwoo Kim over Matt Kuchar.
Love it. And last but not least, some final notes. So I will say it's a little tough to figure out who had the best show, but I do think Diplomatic Mangone award goes to him this week. Always love it. Felt got a good version. I knew from early in the start, just based on the look on your face, we were going to get a good version out of you today, Mangone. So show goes to you. Final notes, anything you want to talk about? Bagel Girl, your new pizza, your new pizza place. Anything else going on personally or anything going on this week?
Yeah, I'm excited to have some pizza shortly, but I have to update my Larry Nance lineups because he is out. So we got 32 minutes to let NBA game. Excited to sit and watch that. But we miss Uncle T this week. Wish we could have you this week. We'll have you back hopefully next week. And final notes that I want to mention. If you've been tracking my matchups, okay, the past 2 weeks, I was on Corey Connors matchup. He won his matchup, but he won the event. Last week, I was on Patrick Cantlay over John Rahm. What did John Rahm do? He won the event. And that was the guy I was on the other side of. So if you're following the trend, I took Tom Hogue. I guess Tom Hogue's supposed to win this event because you know.
Oh, baby dog.
So that's the only news and notes I got for you. A little bit of a trend of my betting.
Love it. I might have to throw it on Hogue and Bazooka because you said that the other one was the matchup you didn't with the guy you didn't have. Just play both sides of the matchup to win it.
Yeah, just in case. I mean, but I will say it's flopped back and forth. So if Hogue wins this week, then next week we definitely got to just whatever my matchup is, take the opposite side as the winner.
Love it. Snyder, how about you? Any final notes? Obviously, the Soldiers on Twitter, another gem. Lube up. But separate from that, what's going on this weekend and anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, hopefully we can keep the success up there. But yeah, all my other content is posted over on the site at runpuresports.com. Use that promo code Snyder15. I'll get you 15% off, which even includes Saber Sim. I've got the playbook up, the cash chart up, core plays are up, first round showdowns up. We did that show also like yesterday, the Strokes Gain DFS more base show. So check that out if you want. But we'll be in Discord too all night long. Trying to figure out if there's going to be any weather edge. I'm kind of still debating on that. There could be a possible weather advantage, I think, for the AM, PM guys, but diving more into that. And then we're going to have showdown content all week long like usual. So check it out and join the movement.
Love it. And Kurt, did you already, Kurt? No, I don't think so. I think you get your final notes, right?
No. Speaking of matchups last week, Russell Henley over Taylor Gooch. How about it? Let's go big Russ daddy. No, I'm playing Russ this week too. I think it's another good course fit for him. What are we doing? Just closing segments, right?
Yeah.
I wish this
people want to know what's the next piece of furniture you're buying for your house.
Bro, this is the only one that doesn't have for. I actually don't know what this room's going to be. I'll have to ask him.
This is a great time to talk about it. What are we using it for? Is this where we can maybe make the magic happen?
No, definitely not. There's 5 bedrooms in here, so this isn't the place. This is the one non-bedroom in the house.
You're in a 5-bedroom place. Are you by yourself there?
No, I got my boys here.
Okay.
A frat house or what?
It might as well be. But
and Josh, real quick, for fret not, last year the event after the Masters, I think we got half the views on this betting show. So actually, kudos to us. Kudos to us. In 12 months, we've doubled our viewers for the bet show. So all good, all good stuff all around. Kurt, was there anything else you wanted to add? Sorry, I know I cut you off.
No, I like I said, I wish there was a 1 week break because this event would get a little bit more spotlight it deserves. But I'm still really excited for it. I've played this course on 2K this week about 5 to 7 times, so I'm pretty excited for it.
Love it.
Oh, by the way, if you want to play PGA 2K23, add me. It's curtain call. Okay.
Look, everybody, thanks for tuning in the chat. Obviously, great stuff as always from Snyder, Mangone, and Kurt. We'll be back next week talking the next event. But look, until then, stay safe. Everyone gamble responsibly. And as always, run pure. Catch you guys next time.